I'm sick and tired of hearing people in the United States complaining about, well, they don't have this and they don't have that. The poorest of the poor in the United States have it better than 90% of the people in the world. And that people are going to hear that and think, well, he's crazy. No, you go overseas and you see pictures of Paris and London and Rome and all these, Tokyo and yada, yada, yada. You see what they want you to see. You get 5 or 6 blocks off the beaten path and you've got abject poverty.
Yes. Yeah.
So, you're trying to stick. People should be spending more time being thankful for what they got instead of complaining about what they don't have.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Haley Jones. We are here at the Big Orange Business Podcast at the Chow Hall in Halls with Jerry, Brice, and we are talking about the Chow Hall. This is kind of towards Memorial Day, so this is a little special edition Big Orange Business Podcast, which we are so excited about. So, Jerry, let's talk hard-hitting questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. What exactly is a Chow Hall?
Well,
A Chow Hall in general. Like, we'll talk about the Chow Hall that we're at, but what is a Chow Hall?
Well, anybody that's been in the military can reference a chow. When you say Chow Hall, they know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's where you get your meals. So,
Where you chow down.
and it's when my son was first talking about this, he said wanted to name it the mess hall,
Oh.
and I said that doesn't go over well. Chow hall would be better.
Well, what's the I don't know the difference. Like, what's the...
It's the same thing, only different.
Oh, same but different. Just why wouldn't it go over well? Just because it's just not what like military would say, basically, or
No, it's common military thing.
Yeah.
But civilian wouldn't have any
really
reason
know.
to know really what it is.
Yeah, that makes sense. I see what you're saying. Okay, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Is it really like serious rivalry or is it friendly?
Well, it just depends.
Depends on the content.
Depends on where you are and what you're doing and who said what and how did they say it and when did they say it. And was it an American sailor, a British sailor, or a French sailor, or it's all can say the same thing, but if the meaning is totally different.
I got you. Okay. What is one food that if you have it, it takes you right back to your time in the military?
Lumpia.
What's that?
It's like a Filipino spring roll.
Oh, okay. When did you have that?
The first time, 1960, I guess.
Okay. And where were you?
In the Philippines.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Is it so it's just like a spring roll basically?
Yeah,
I think.
it is.
Okay, cool. Very cool. Okay, what's the hardest part of coming home after deployment?
Before you're married or after you're married?
You answer that how you want to, Jerry. I'm not gonna touch that. So
If you come back and you're not married, there's not a heck of a lot of difference in being in port overseas and being aboard here. But you come back and you're married, of course, your kids might know who you are and they might not.
okay.
So if well, Daddy wasn't here for Christmas and he wasn't here for New Year's and he wasn't here for my birthday.
Yeah.
And Mama keeps telling me that.
They're not gonna forget it. Wait, because you have 4 children. So how and you were in the Navy, right, for 22 years. So when what's the timeline? I guess were you gone a lot, or I mean, obviously 22 years, but
I was.
Were they little when you were?
My first 4 years, I was single.
Okay.
My wife was. We went to school together.
Yeah.
She was 2 years younger than me.
Beard in high school?
Beard in high school.
in the original Bearden's, like, which is the elementary school now, right?
No, it's the Bearden High School that we went to is now it's special education.
Oh yeah, KAC. Yeah. So it's next to it. Yeah, I'm with
But
you.
the elementary school is right next door to that. When I started in Bearden School,
Yeah.
the building that you can see from Kingston Pike
Yes.
was grades 1 through 12.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That was
Yeah.
a few years ago.
Yeah. Just a few. That's fine. So you met at school, you and your wife.
Yeah.
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 Very cool. I'm sorry, I have to ask this question. So Bearden, that's where you grew up. You went to school there, and now the Chow Hall is in Halls.
Yeah.
So if someone's like, "What's the difference between Bearden and Halls?" What would you say?
Day and night.
Like, for example?
When we retired,
Yeah.
we came back here and I drove through West Knoxville,
Yeah.
the area where I was raised.
Yeah.
And my wife and I agreed almost instantly that we don't want to live out here. It's not Bearden anymore.
Yeah.
It's,
Just like too busy, you feel, or too.
everybody, everything's closer together.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has to do things right now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like living in downtown Nashville or Atlanta. Everybody's got to go, you know.
Right. Not into it.
Not into
That
that.
makes sense. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the Chow Hall. What is the Chow Hall?
It's a burger joint.
A burger joint with stuff on the walls? Is that what you would say? Yeah.
It's a destination because there's nothing around it. There's no other businesses in here.
Mm-hmm.
There, you can't go shop and then come in here and get something to eat.
Yeah.
If you're going here,
Yeah.
you're coming to eat.
Yeah.
Is it?
Right.
And probably 85 to 90% of our customers are repeat.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
live in the area.
Yeah.
All the pictures, all the
Yeah.
stuff behind me are local people.
Yeah.
They brought their pictures in.
Yeah.
Or families,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a place where people can go where they speak the same language.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have any a nice way to say it. Rabble rousers, but
okay.
people that want to do their own thing and do it a little bit differently. And,
right.
It's not there.
Right.
There's nothing really special about it other than
It is special. It's like the only one like it.
we don't cook anything until it's ordered.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
sitting under a heat lamp or anything like that.
Right.
And it takes a little bit longer, but people are okay. That's the
Yeah.
way it is. That's the way it is.
Yeah,
they're,
right.
they're not. Yeah, they're not. They're like me. Is there no
Yeah.
no sense getting in a hurry?
Yes. So you guys have a ton of memorabilia on the walls. It's all military related.
Yeah.
What was the kind of vision just for the Chow Hall? That this would just be a place for military people to come? This is a place for everybody to come? Like, what's kind of
I think it fascinates the people who haven't been in the military more than, because we've got books over there with Army, Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guard, all, in I got a Navy cookbook from 1949.
Oh, wow.
This old stuff.
Yeah.
That old saddle that's over there.
Yes.
That's a McClellan saddle. If you see a military funeral
Yeah.
with the boots and the
Yeah.
stirrups backwards.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Except that one has the tack with it for towing cannons.
Wow.
And it's unique because it's still got all the brass on it.
Oh, wow.
The-
Okay.
Well, we got a ship's clock over in the corner.
And that's stuff that people have just brought in, like everything that's here. People that
I have
military.
no idea where that clock came from. It works, but it's not
Excuse me.
running, but it's set on 7:55.
Oh, there you go.
Now you're supposed to ask me why is it set? on
Okay. Why is
7:55?
it? Why is it set on 7:55,
What
Jerry?
happened at 7:55?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Pearl Harbor.
Oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Don't kick me out.
No, but 90% of the people that come in here got no idea
Yeah.
that's what it is. And the hat that's underneath it,
Yeah.
you know what that is?
It looks like it would be something for like outside, like hot weather. It looks like a I don't know, but it looks like
That's a PIF helmet.
a what helmet?
PIF, P-I-T-H. It's a hot weather hat. You know, it's got a band
Yeah.
on the inside of it where you get air circulation over there.
Okay. And who wore that?
Me.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
In the Philippines, and where were you when you wore that?
Overseas.
In an undisclosed location. What's okay?
Primarily in Diego Garcia.
Okay, so you were in the Navy 22 years. Why did you choose the Navy?
Honestly, I have no earthly idea. I
It just happened.
I just,
Like, did you know you wanted to be in the military?
I
So
was
you're like,
like-
I'll just do that?
no. I was like 90 to 95% of the males that get out of high school had no idea what I
Yeah.
want, you know.
Right.
What are you going to do?
Right.
Party.
Obviously.
So, you know, and so I joined the Navy.
Yeah.
And I just, you know, and I had no intention of making a career out of it or anything
Yeah.
else. But, you know,
Right. When you got in, were you like, this is not, did you have any expectation? I guess you didn't. You were just kind of like,
no,
Yeah.
I didn't. I was very fortunate. In high school, I had a extremely good math teacher, a good English teacher.
yeah.
So, in my testing in the Navy,
Yeah.
I made very high scores on
Yeah.
everything, and I could pick and choose what I wanted to do.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
And I had people that, fortunately, led me in the right direction.
Yeah.
So, it's, and I can't see that that's changed very much, you know, except the kids going to high school today don't get near the education that we got when I was
Yeah.
going to high school.
Yeah.
But it, still, most of the males that get out of high school, you know,
I think most
the only thing they're worried about, where's the next party?
that is true. So what did you do in the Navy?
I was in avionics, aviation electronics,
Okay.
and did that, and then went through the enlisted ranks, then made warrant officer. Wasn't really involved in electronics anymore after that. It
Yeah.
was just aircraft maintenance in general.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, so, you know, this life happens.
Yeah.
That's, you know, you start down a path, you know, and you just do turns and
Yeah.
flies.
Right.
You take one or the other.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So what do you think people like? I mean, you can tell I have no knowledge and of really much military or anything. Like my grandfather was a tail gunner. Actually, I had two grandfathers, both tail gunners. My brother was Navy ROTC in college and served in Djibouti for a bit. But like, I don't really know much. So as a dummy to kind of what is the military? What is it like? Like, what do you think people get wrong about military and service?
Well, in one way, it's very similar to any job you have anywhere.
Yeah.
But the other side of it, you're much closer knit than you would in the civilian job. I can't speak for the Army or Air Force or anything else.
Yeah.
Like, most of my time was spent on carriers, on the flight deck,
Yeah.
and you trust the people that are behind you not to do something stupid and get you killed.
Right. Yeah.
So, and they trust you the same way.
Same way. Yeah.
So it's in that respect, it's
Yeah.
way different.
Yeah.
It's basically impossible to do anything by yourself. You've got to have other people.
Yeah.
So that's just a big difference.
Yeah. Do you think that being like your service made you think more of humanity, less of humanity, more of the U.S., less of the U.S.? Like, what do you think that impact was?
Like, you think less of humanity because you look around and see what people do, and you say, are people really this stupid?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
People do things to other people and try to do things to other people that a normal person wouldn't think of.
Yeah.
And I'm sick and tired of hearing people in the United States complaining about, oh, they don't have this and they don't have that. The poorest of the poor in the United States have it better than 90% of the people in the world. And that people are going to hear that and think, well, he's crazy. No, you go overseas and you see pictures of Paris and London and Rome and all these, Tokyo and yada, yada, yada. You see what they want you to see. You get 5 or 6 blocks off the beaten path and you've got abject poverty.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So, people should be spending more time being thankful for what they got instead of complaining about what they don't have.
Yeah. Yeah. Focus on what you got, then what you don't. Yeah. So do most of the patrons for the Chow Hall, are they primarily ex-military? Is it just all local Hall people?
It's mostly local people.
Yeah.
Probably 40 or 50% of the people that come in are ex-military.
Okay. Yeah.
You can usually tell right away who's not, because the ones that are not military will look at the stuff on the wall and they'll wander around and trying to, what's this and what's that.
Right.
Yeah. But the people that are used to it, they're okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's interesting. So do you have, when it comes to people that you served with, do you stay in touch with people? Have a lot of the people that you served with, they are still alive? Did they pass away? Like, what is that?
Oh, well, a good portion of them are not alive anymore.
Yeah.
I still keep in touch with some. My line chief that I had up in Lakehurst, I still talk to him every month or so.
Okay. Wow, that's a lot. That's good.
Well, and he's 90.
Okay. Yeah.
He's 4 years older than me. So, like we were talking earlier, and I said, some people you'd like to know about or know what happened to them or where they are. And there's others that you don't want to know about them and you don't want them to know about you.
I understand.
For various reasons.
Right, yeah. I get that. When people come home from having served, my perception is, and assumption is that it would be like very lonely. But you were saying that if you're married, then maybe it's not as lonely. Like, I guess I always think you've been around the people that you're working with and you relied on, and now all of a sudden you're back home. Is it lonely? Is it?
Well, but when you're doing this, whatever you do, Well, it's not just your wife and family.
Yeah.
It's there's depending on the type of duty you're in.
Yeah.
If you're in a squadron, you've got another couple of hundred wives that are in the same boat.
Yeah.
So they support each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
nice.
That's not something that you generally don't see in the civilian population.
Yeah, no.
But, but it's, the Navy and Marine Corps is a little bit different in that respect because, you go on deployment and you're gone for 6, 8, 9, 10 months, a year, no telling.
Right.
And the wives and kids learn how to cope.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So it's not just, I said earlier, when we retired,
Yeah.
I didn't just retire.
Yeah.
She retired too.
Right, yeah.
So it's not a individual thing ever.
Yeah. Yeah. So when it comes to like you having served, what was like the hardest thing when you were serving? And then like what's the hardest thing post service?
Hearing somebody say, when you're doing something, whatever you're doing, I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
Saying, well, that's good enough.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, good enough doesn't work.
Yeah.
When you do something, you do correctly.
Yeah.
You do the best that you possibly can. Good enough kills people.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people, and once you live like that, you don't change.
Okay.
I've been retired for over 40 years.
Yeah.
They don't change.
Right.
When you do it, you do it correctly.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah. Period. Is there like a habit that you do have that's like you got in the military and like it will never, besides doing it correctly, but is there something that you just will always do because you did it while you were in the military?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But how you go about doing everything,
Yeah.
you don't change that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, but it's I can't think of anything that I would or wouldn't not do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You
Okay, this one.
know, there's something, when you're 18, 19 years old,
Yeah.
you're young, bulletproof, and going to live forever.
Obviously.
Well,
Yeah.
that's kind of like saying, hold my beer and watch this.
Yeah.
But, you age it a little bit, and
Yeah.
maybe we better not try that.
Might be a good idea. So you tell us where all you served. Where all did you serve?
Guam,
Smooch. Where you get good, you want to
Kitty Hawk, Essex, Bonnie Dick, Kearsarge, Nimitz, Kitty Hawk, and a lot of the other carriers that you go on for carrier calls or whatever, and it's just kind of a way of life.
Yeah.
You do it, and it's no biggie.
Did you get, this might be dumb, but like on the carriers, I guess you don't get claustrophobic. Like, do you get?
No. As you're standing on the flight deck and you're looking this way, you can see
Forever.
the horizon.
Yeah. I just always wonder if you're on those, if you're just,
Well, but have you ever been in the dark? I mean,
Yes.
dark. No light. Zero light.
I don't know, actually.
Well,
I guess not. I don't know.
when I went on the Nimitz for the second time,
Yeah.
I was my bunkie was a young junior officer, and he looked at me kind of funny when I put my hand on the wall and started walking around. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I want to know where everything is." And he says, and I'm all around the room, feeling the walls, you know, where the bunks were and the sink was, and yada, yada.
Yeah.
Then went outside on the walls.
Yeah.
And he said, "What in the world are you doing?" I said, "Do you know how dark it is if you lose power up here? If there's a fire and there's no power, how do you get out of here?" And he looked at me. I said, "That's why you run your hands along the wall."
Let's learn it.
I said, "You go down through here, you come to this knee knocker, which is oval,
Yeah.
and you go through that, you walk in this direction, you go through two of those, the next thing you turn to the right, you know, when there's an opening,
Yeah.
you turn to the right there, and you go straight. And when you come to the end of that passageway, there's a hatch that goes outside.
Yeah.
You can get out of here. If you don't do what I'm doing, you don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. You just Amber. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It seems stupid,
Yeah. Well,
but it's not.
yeah, no, it's not. Not at all. It's not at all.
But that's the type of thing it's hard to explain.
Yeah.
To,
Yeah. If you were going to give advice to like a young version of you in high school right now, trying to decide what to do, and they're thinking about going into the military, what's your advice?
depends on what your personality is, what you think might be your goal in life. It's not it's different for everybody, male or female.
Yeah.
And you know, when I first started, and there was very few women.
Yeah.
And that when I retired, they're all over the place.
Yeah.
So it's totally different now than it was when I was on.
Yeah.
But still, it some, you know, situations change and all this. Like I said earlier, the education that, in my opinion, the education that kids get today doesn't hold a candle to what we got 50 or 60 years ago.
Yeah.
Through no fault of the kids.
Correct.
It's all the politicians and idiots that think they know everything.
Yes. I'm a former high school math teacher, so I understand what you're saying.
But you know, my daughter, my youngest daughter, is an elementary school teacher.
Yeah.
And you know, she doesn't talk about it too much, but she is so frustrated that you have to fill out all of these reports and yada yada yada.
Yes.
You know, documenting what you do is more important than what you do.
Correct.
In the eyes of the idiots that are running the show.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah. Yes.
But I'm sorry, that's just the way I feel.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in education that feel the same way.
Yes. 100%.
Because you've got people telling them what to do that have no earthly idea what they're talking about.
Yes. Yeah. Totally.
Teachers unions.
Yeah. I'm not gonna name names, but okay. So the Chow Hall in Halls. Just real quickly, you guys have what do you serve? Burgers, obviously. The burgers are famous. I'm hearing.
Okay.
What else?
Philly cheesesteak.
Oh.
Probably the best BLT in East Tennessee.
Oh, the best BLT in East Tennessee. You heard it here first.
Fried bologna.
Oh, I gotta bring my husband here. He always talks about fried bologna. You gotta meet him, Jerry. He's a different.
Had a nurse come in here
Yeah.
That had a health screening down the street.
Yeah.
2 nurses came in.
Yeah.
One was a black girl from Atlanta. The other one was a white girl from Elmira, New York.
Okay.
Where she sits down and looks at the menu, immediately spots fried bologna.
Yeah.
She said, I've never heard of that. She says, I gotta try.
Yeah.
And so she did. And I went back over and asked her, I said, how do you like that fried bologna? She says, that probably got to be one of the best sandwiches I ever had in my life.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And she said, I've had bologna.
Right.
She said, it doesn't even taste like bologna. I said, no. Fried bologna does not taste like bologna.
Yeah.
It changes totally.
That's fun. That's cool.
Especially if you fry it in bacon grease.
Obviously. It doesn't hurt.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
I heard somebody say this the other day, said, but bacon grease is my favorite essential oil.
I like that. Okay, and then if you, of course, people rave about your French fries,
No,
and everything is fresh here.
we got French fries, onion rings, tater tots,
Yeah.
homemade chicken salad.
And this is your two of your 4 kiddos work here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do all the work.
They do everything.
I'm just here.
He's just the mascot. He's just the mascot. Okay, so if people want to find you guys, Chow Hall, what's so they just Google Chow Hall?
Yeah, we're on Facebook, and we don't advertise.
Yes.
If you're on Emory Road, go east till you get on East Emory Road,
Yeah.
and we're a little bit closer to Halls than we are to Gibbs,
Yes. Yes.
but
Yeah.
we get.
And I would say that a lot of people have driven by this a lot
I never.
and never.
realized.
That's me personally. I mean, I've driven by this so many times. Like, what is that? Didn't even know. So I mean, I'm guilty as charged. So definitely got to come try that. Well, I got to bring the husband for some fried bologna. I'm gonna get the BLT. I'm telling you that right now. Anything I haven't asked you that you want to talk about?
I'll give you a penny about anything you want to talk about.
Well, if somebody says thank you for your service, what does that mean to you? Is there something that people shouldn't say to people that have served?
They don't want to say anything derogatory about any service.
Yeah.
Army, Air Force, I can talk about them,
Yeah.
but don't you talk about them.
Right. Yes. Yes, I get that. Right. Yes.
But, and it pretty much, it's that way all over.
Yeah.
You don't, you're not close till you have to be.
Yeah.
Then you are.
Then you are. Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
So it's not rocket science.
Imagine that. Well, Jerry, thank you. And thank you for your service. And thank you for opening up your doors to us today and sharing your insights and kind of the history of just what people need to know. So, yeah, thank you. And we're going to come try the food. Come try the Chow Hall and get that BLT. I'm excited about that.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, it's been a good life,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. That's good.
So
Awesome.
life goes on.
Thank you so much, Jerry.
And I've only got 20, 25 years left,
He's kicking. He's doing good. Awesome. Thank you, Jerry. Bye.
Bye.
I got one question on the ranking I was
Yes.
afforded.
Yeah.
For Jerry, what does Memorial Day mean to you?
What?
And what does Memorial Day mean to you? Is it just mattress sales and new cars?
Well, Memorial Day is not for me. It's for the ones that aren't here anymore. And I think people forget about that. They stop and think about the Gold Star mothers, you know. And I think that the worst job I ever had in the military was I was a CACO. And the first thing I had to do in that position was go tell a retired Navy chief that his son had been killed. And I was scared to death. I didn't know whether to, it's just being recorded. I can't say what I was going to say then. But I had no idea
Yeah.
what to do.
Yeah.
You know, you got to check all the blocks, right? You know, are you Leroy Jones? Yes, I am. You know, you have 3 sons, X, Y, and Z. You know, you have to verify to make sure that you're talking to the people you think you're talking to. But in this particular case, it was pretty cut and dried because the chaplain and I were walking up the walkway to his house, and he's sitting on the porch.
Yeah.
And he just looked out there and said, "Which one was it?" Of course, things went to hell in a handbasket then, because, you know, what do you say?
Yeah.
You can't answer it,
Right.
but you know exactly what he's talking about. And he had 2 sons that were in the Navy, and he knew one of them, something had happened to one of them.
Right.
And he was pretty sure which one it was, because his wife was not at home. She was in Scotland visiting her other son at Holy Lock. And, but it was, it was something that you just, and he said it was that damn motorcycle. And you know, and he just said that off the top of his head. I said, "Well, sir, he was on his motorcycle, but he was not moving. He got hit by a drunk."
Oh.
And he was sitting on his motorcycle talking to his girlfriend, who was just as close as you are. And the car hit him and knocked him 100 and some odd feet off his motorcycle. And that was hard.
Yeah.
I don't wish that on anybody.
No.
You know, if you lose a mom or dad or something like that, you know, that's life.
Right.
But losing a son, daughter, that's not.
Yeah, no. No, it's kind of, yeah.
So, but I guess that's life too, but that's the life we don't want to see.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that.